Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Continuing on where we left off. We don't feel me fit the trial this time. Sorry. Sorry, there's something important to come up over. Alright, come on. Yeah, thank you. Alright. I'm tired. Work in the morning shit, you know?
Danganronpa.
Cool game. Why do people text me when I'm streaming? I wanna die. I'll be right back. I mean, I thought I was on stream, but I have stuff to do. Hold on. Alright, I'll continue on with the investigation. Alrighty. Did we already investigate what over here? I'm not sure.
Man.
Damn it, the dangerous place to. The reason all the messed up stuff happened.
Hey!
Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. You say that, but there's no one on the island who can do that. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Oh, okay, so we need to perform some things. Helicoptering? That dreadful helicopter, the one that executed Tio. It don't have anything to do with the incident. Alrighty, information. Monitor, scanning camera. Nope, that's the wrong weapon. Maybe the tank back in. The tank have anything to do with it? The bombs were fake. This might be fake too, but I'm not brave enough to check it for myself. Alright, what do we do? Already? No, already. Wait, this one? If you supply guns and other firearms and stuff in the truck bed.
Whoa!
Oh, I found it. What did you find?
Huh?
Well, that truck bed over there had guns in it, but I also found stuff like is a fire knife? Wait, that's. Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed to not get to the right hand?
Maybe.
Which means the killer taking that knife here.
All right.
So the killer is someone who visits the military base that at least once. That's everyone though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. Alright, there. Now we need to investigate here. We need to go to Nizumi Castle too. I think that's the next week we're gonna investigate. Nizumi Castle. This is. Hey, there it is. Alright, look at that. Cool. Investigating. Odd in here. Interior already. Like, what's your free Higo?
Yo.
Look at that wall of spears. I guess already where the weapon came from. Alrighty. A spear with a flashy ornament on it. It's hanging from the wall. The spear, it definitely did right.
I see.
So I thought it was exactly like the spear that killed Nakito. It seemed whip like cord attached to the handle, and there was a weight at the end of it.
Also.
Plus, it was like the one of the spears in the wall in the scene. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of these spears, and used it as a weapon. Spear gun, huh? Monokuma or Todi come or a lame name like that. But why did the killer use a spear and a knife?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with a knife, and it would have been easier too. In a way, a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, definitely like avoid the weird. But still, it chose this spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired, no matter how much I investigate. I'm not feeling closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I feel the strange feeling that I never felt before. As Nakito trying to make us suffer even after he died. Well, now not the time to think about stupid things like that. Haven't even tried to investigate the cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigated that place, might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. Alrighty, to a cottage. Straight. Wanna be over here. And it this way, not this way. I keep the diamond. Alright, up there over here. Alright. Yeah, what's up?
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nakita room too?
Hajime,
Oh, Hajime.
what are you gonna do?
Listen, Chiaki request. So we don't lock the door to Nakita cottage because you were needed for the class trial. She begged me to do while she was looking at my black light eye. I didn't do that.
Boy,
Do it. It's sweet because
proud.
it's made out of black beans. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and lock the damn door.
Fine.
Fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now
Now
then. Fa-fa-fa-loose! Bye-bye!
See, open the door. Even freely investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why did the door open with a spell like that? Maybe the
Perhaps.
Karaki computerized.
Hey,
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door open. Yeah, you're right. Alrighty, anything in here? Alright. So, Nakito was living here. What were you thinking inside the room? What was he feeling that he spent the days in here? Can't even imagine. Wanted to see absolute hope becoming despair so he could add a stepping stone for the rest of us. I don't know how much I think about it. I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. Your especially word the past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue that might be hidden here. Well, alright, we'll do the obvious thing here, the treasure box. If fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. Toys standing out. Oh, could this be a... Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. My
Perhaps.
treasure box. Jackie, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was reacting. The like, Monomi stolen treasure box. If this here, that means the thief Monomi attacked about with Nakito. Why would Nakito steal this? Or to find out, might be good to see what inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It look a little dangerous. Might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nakito would have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it? Why had a notebook inside the treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began looking through it. It contained sloppy drawings that they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to track down everyone for the first time today. Wanakun was stood up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone tired. What is this? A diary? Okay. Did Monomi like these? Probably. The picture entries to his shuka. I kept flicking through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. No way to stand, but right there are any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16, we've been in a fun house for 3 days. Everyone hung me on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey, hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Stop
Hey,
it!
stop! Don't look at my notebook. Whoa. Well, out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't
Phew, I
forgive
did actually
you.
do look at my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. Coming later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Fortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if the notebook here, then Nakito was a thief.
No!
Betrayal. I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey, hey.
Hey, that notebook, it pretty much your diary, right?
Hmm?
The diary. It seemed that way.
No!
But wait, this is my important diary, all my maiden secrets written.
Hey!
Hey, you're a liar.
Who,
Oh, you're always show out of nowhere. Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know. A lie. There's no way you would in that notebook. Although, Monomi, can you write? Huh? What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's
No,
wrong!
you can't, because you have no fingers on your hand. Yeah.
Phew.
See, bullseyes. Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way too.
What?
Huh? Are you mad? Are you ignorant that I suppose a weakling like you?
Hey,
Is
hey!
that what this is about? You say you're trying to crush me.
What are you
What are you saying?
saying?
The only way a big brother will ever crush your little sister. It was like the time the shadow thing between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're doing it getting so serious, but what Monokuma said true? Huh? You say you didn't write in the notebook, is that true? If so, who wrote it in there? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye!
Excuse me. Oh, hold on. Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep.
The same pattern as usual. Like I waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about the notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Monomi notebook, kind of add 2 voice such a handbook guide. You have any input, Jackie? Our time for investigating, writing down. Voice up might take some time to investigate, so you should try to see some other areas first. Like what area? There are a lot of books to read here. Nakito brings you from the library, and in addition to books, there are a bunch of random crap stuff on it itself. It might take a long time for us to go through that stuff.
Hey, hey!
We should leave it for later. Yeah, I agree. Oh, don't think I didn't see that.
No!
Shower room. There's a structure to library room, the shower room over here. Right, do I any clues here already? The bed maybe, any evidence on here? The bed that comes with the cottage. Says it looks like the one in my room, but
Hey, hey!
maybe there's something hidden under the bed. And there's usually a place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Well, we should start check in case. What no expectation while thinking, I peek under the bed and there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. Like there's something inside. What is this? It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. You like the real deal. Did you get these from the military base? Gas mask and rubber gloves. You were hiding these under the bed. I did not get to use these for stuff for it. Gas mask and gloves are out of the research hamburger.
Hajime!
Hajime, was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I picked up the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found a supermarket bag in. There's a small piece of paper on the ground floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum. A round, thin piece of aluminum. Somewhere through those seals that go with jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows? Maybe there's too soon to decide that. Piece of blue paper, but I have to force this handbook. Oh, okay. Wait, to show something I need to investigate here. Like what? Oh, wait, the fridge? Wait, there's something in the fridge. The free refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice, my cottage don't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where you got it from. I could have probably supplied this himself. Why would you go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in the room? They really enjoy cool drinks? I thought we should open the refrigerator out of curiosity. The way is a mess inside. The one thing inside the refrigerator is a brown bottle. For someone that likes cold drinks, it doesn't let you stock very much. But that bottle clearly is a drink, right? Really, it looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, like it's poison. Poison? Like the warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it. Stop it. If you wait like that, I'm going to get nervous. I got the bottle in my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. Monocle was such special poison. The essential liquid is highly potent. It takes effective immediately. Please handle it care. Though if volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when pulverized, and the gaseous state. It is heavier than air, break down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep the liquid secure by storing it in a cool place and a glass of plastic container away from sunlight. This sure does like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. The refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But what did Nakito get something like this?
Well?
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too. Apply to the bomb.
See?
There should be a reason Nakito was able to retain such dangerous items. The article inside the funhouse. The poison. He must have brought it with him from that too, right?
Perhaps.
You're probably hiding from somewhere on the body. On the body during the last class trial. You're hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial. Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about that poison? Huh.
See?
It only the bottle less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nakito use it? If so, would he use it? I wonder if there still a trap somewhere that hadn't been spun yet? Another trap.
Perhaps.
For example, they were making some kind of trap using the poison before he died. If that actually happened, if that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on the island. Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nakito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you died? More Monica special poison added 2 processing every handbook already. Is that everything here? Oh, there's still one thing. The window maybe? I don't know. The basic layout shaped like my cottage did. I feel about the window that really catches my eye. Maybe the treasure box again. The fancy looking treasure box covered with sparkling pink lights. I think it was one from Monomi house. If it's here, Nakito was the one who stole it from Monomi. Why would Nakito steal this? Did he want the notebook that was inside? Monomi didn't write in the notebook, so he did. No, that notebook doesn't matter right now. Not the bad. Where did the bookshelf again? There are a lot of books and mystery items up on the shelf. The gem the type of item are so random I can't make any sense with them whatsoever.
Well?
They say a self in the mirror that reflect the person height. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nakito if I look at this. So what should we do? It would be way difficult to do all the powers. That doesn't mean we should annoy it though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Wait, what? If that if a boy goes to boy things, now there might be a private stuff in them. Well, that might be true, but...
See?
So, I'll leave this up to you. I think I actually got persuaded to do this without realizing that. I sighed and walked over towards itself. One by one, I started moving the various books and items and examining each one, but even I had to examine them carefully. There was still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there was my creation here. Huh? Well, the file was the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That's seal. Indeed, it's a school badge that hopes to the academy. Did I have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. The file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime information. Nakito said, this only contained information about me, but is that really true? But look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the research department, had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one if it lies too. Over the file, I had on my hand to confirm that. Instantly, it realized something was strange. That really had only my information. Why? If the file was so thick. As soon as I opened it was clear to me that Sada thought Nakito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there were information about the others. Kazuishi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia, and everyone who died. I paged the information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. Can't believe you've making such a strange lie. Does that mean the rest of it might be a lie too? Turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth. But the one thing that specifically caught my eye, the words research course student. There were no denying it. They confirmed that I truly was a research course student from the research department. Why is this the only thing that is not a lie? Why am I the only one who's from the research department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
How's me? Did something happen? Oh, well, I just found a strange file. Oh, isn't that the special prize Nakito received from the cleared, the final dead room? I don't recall. Your student profile should be in there. And also my profile. Profiles of everyone on the island are in here too. Nakito were lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it should be information, but there should be a profile for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Jackie leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Oh, hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I should know that right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
What are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togame. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No way!
So what if the name is written in that file? Perhaps if it's not, then he might be the traitor. No, not just because his name is written there. They're not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Academy, right? Someone like him to be in a similar situation on the island. No matter what, it definitely is suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life,
Too bad.
it's totally wrong. They're a completely different reason. A different reason.
You're getting
How should I
all
put this?
riled up!
You guys have been getting all worked out about that Byakuya for no reason, which means the great mystery that you didn't surround, that you think surround that Byakuya didn't exist. You based it on one person's cheap speculation. Well, what do you mean?
What the
You don't have to
heck?
ask me that. You know the answers just by looking through the profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages, confirming their names. And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with a question mark. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter. That's that Byakuya true identity. True identity. He was a fake that would pretend to be the ultimate affluent prodigy, Byakuya Togami. A fake. Yo.
Hey,
The fact that the profile filled with question marks isn't a mystery or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that the correct information regarding him. The old man imposter had no name, no permanent address, even his age and gender unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. But that he doesn't exist, he able to assist anybody. That his talent, though I'm not sure of that at all. Did that push it? Wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
I thought why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life.
so
He physique
cool!
to the effective ability to fool others at all. We don't posture a skill like that. Then he was lying to us the whole time.
But still.
But he couldn't help it. Well, what? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent, huh? Well, having talent means you also bound that talent. The more you attain talent, your way of life had already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, life might be a little more liberating. What the hell?
Anyway,
Anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that had nothing to do with it.
that's
So I'll
right!
tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is actually the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past, despite that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in return for a long time, while life had been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess,
No,
maybe he was
no.
complaining that he would curse the wonder the earth had nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys are your school members, you know would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope Academy, you should know about the Omen Imposter already. So in the end, it all lead back to memory loss. Jeez, the Future Foundation is so awful. There's no way it should know Monomi or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at the 16 profiles, still want to know who to fund the Future Foundation. Either way, something like that.
Of course.
Well, obviously you want to know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's I thought you're the one who did it.
Hey.
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there, it went wrong. I mean, the traitor is the spy set by the Future Foundation, not a student for Hope Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in there.
Correct.
It would be funny if we figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey, hey.
Then we can't use the file to figure out who the traitor is. That would true for Nakito too, right? Well, probably. Hope Academy file have been added to push as a hamburger. It's different for this spirit. It's not. We should press the time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you
Was
sure
that a wise
about
decision?
this?
Time's up, you know. The time's up. Wait.
Bye-bye.
Excuse me for a moment. That chimes up now.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
The last class trial. He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it with the last class trial. Well, what do you think? So you believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma time earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on a time limit, it might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can imagine that it's a real end, huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan. Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us all through this, he planned to kill the remaining survivors all at once.
Well?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that waiting for us first. You're right. The class trial for Nakito murder. We put it screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on the file, so I can see who killed Nakito.
But still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right, you're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. Right. I'm Monica back.
Damn right.
Alright, hold on. Before I do this, we will go to. I can buy. Alright. So what is this? Increase the fluid cage for the government credit. Alright, we don't trade that then. Yep. There we go. Alright, cool. That'll be our last thing right there. Alright. Like everyone here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it. You're making me depressed. You're making me depressed. So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict. We must out our friends. But once we do with this, we're going to go out to right.
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard says so. Didn't he? He said this is the last time.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. No way I can believe that so easily.
Of course
Why can't you
not.
believe it? The guy making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know,
That
right?
I'll definitely survive if we can really go home after we deal with this class trial.
That's
I'll
right.
definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I had to pull out all the stops. What the fuck?
You-
Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet. That feeling of wanting to leave the island, thinking like that in a Monokuma trap, you know?
Huh?
Huh? What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way. Monokuma will end things here. You're planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll beat you
Damn
up.
right, stupid rabbit. Shut up. Everyone, you must have run away from despair, huh? I finally realized, after losing my powers, I realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but along with the possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself, so I will fight.
Huh?
What's your deal? I do not really know, but she seemed different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book,
Wait.
but her eyes, she was so determined.
You.
What can you tell us about look at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Mini Mario. It'd be annoying if you started talking to the trial. Fine.
But still.
Somehow, I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class
Yep.
trial. You're right, we need to fight as much as we can, no matter what hopeless truth wishes in the end. This is the end. I kept saying the words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokumi Rock.
Yeah.
The selfie ride. That'll be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well?
Don't worry about things after we finish.
You are right.
More importantly, we'll focus on the class trial for us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nakito to no way that's going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nakito was problematic in many ways, but you were also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if we're gone, the one who's fighting needed to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened, the bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope or the light of despair? Well then, now that the Chatterbox Nakito are gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell
Enough,
up!
so fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is the really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm. Make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Did I tell you? You said it. This is the end.
Now
Now
then.
then, look at the trial.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. I couldn't about the rise. Nakito Kamede, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across it as very sociable. But his true nature held showed a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help the spirit so to prove that hope would never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up, but there were also times to save us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we actually have to find out the person who finished off Nakito, the killer who murdered Nakito. In order to return for this spirit alive, we need to reach the truth. And the Monokuma say this is really the last class trial. That all more the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial battling with hope and despair, the last one, had begun. Yeah, I'd like to save already. Session ago, we got a new skill, didn't we? Alright, well, do that. Alright, cool. Let's be good. Fill up our person. Yes. Our class trial is right.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto! One more time! Geez, how about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monomi. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer more than Nagito. Is it right? Are they the same person or? Alright. So what are we gonna talk about first? Oh, that already. I don't know. Let's just see what playoffs here.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Yep, but the torture, right? Nope. Alright, I don't know what. Alrighty, well, let's speed this up a little
The
bit.
killer didn't tape. I'm telling you, they were.
The reason
Well, I guess I
Nagito's
could agree
It's
with that.
because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
I don't know that for sure.
is
though.
whoever found the bomb first.
Was it Sonia?
That was Fuyuhiko.
Is it Fuyuhiko? I don't think so.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did Kyo have to torture Nagito? No, was it wounds on Nagito's body what caused the torture in the first place?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Monokuma being an oil writer?
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
What would Monokuma account? Monokuma on the bomb fake how he appearing now revealed that factory. Maybe that? Maybe that.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
The bomb is fake, so
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
probably
If so, the is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
no, not to be that.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
It probably a
The
Monokuma.
killer didn't tape. I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's
It's because the killer.
So that's why. What were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
I agree. But yeah, that's not right there. I agree with the bomb hiding place. But they're probably trying to find bomb hiding
Killer
place.
didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Is that why the Twitch
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's
It's because the killer.
So that's why. What were they
I feel
trying
like
to?
the middle
Definitely
one.
the bomb's hiding place.
No. What is it then? I mean, like.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing
I
him.
don't think these two have anything to do with it.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the
It is
killer
found.
tortured Nagito.
Yeah, with the Twitch ones, obviously. Or maybe
So
he was
that's
not.
why he was so beat up. What were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Already. Interesting. Hold on. Alrighty.
Damn it!
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
Hold on, I got
What
it.
were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape. I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
Nice.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Alrighty. Alrighty, you wanna have your argument?
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Yes.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him,
Allow me to cut through those words! No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Where's for the file, huh? Wait, we need to clear that up first.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
I agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second, and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect. Oh,
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eye was still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymen blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, I heard it damn loud. Don't I get to like listen to depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. Now, on cue, instantly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Just, yeah, it'll be fine. With the words, I kind of bust out L1 and slowly open the door to the warehouse. And I stopped opening. There's something blocking the door. I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, stop it already. Then I tell you, it'll be fine. I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Kinda annoyed the protest and when I might get the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
That door is the only entrance to the warehouse. I see, so the problem that Chiaki talking about is the kill kind of left.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
Well, but if that's true, this murder,
Hajime? What do you mean?
the person who set up the domino fence at the warehouse, only one person who could have done that. Well, not Nakito, obviously.
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He could have committed suicide, I guess.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Wake up from that kind of stuff, so patience.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible to think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Alright. Burn loop.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
No, that's wrong!
Hold on, easy.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Proof that he went. The proof that the burnt rope on Nagi's right arm is a trap.
I see! Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
I know what that prostitute.
That's definitely wrong.
It is.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
And not only did she try to charge me, I actually want the money back. What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in the right hand using only your right hand. Okay, the definite answer for that.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that. The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear. right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up to now by doing this. Then even
All right, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong! Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm, and the back of his hand. What was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What would Nakito left hand doing when the blood splattered? Gripping. He was gripping the spear.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which has a spear while you're holding onto with the cord?
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nakito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's up before that, could it be the state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment? If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. What the spear was and what state it was before it stabbed Nagito. Some logic dive here. Oh wait, that's part over. Question 1. Where was the spear shot before it impaled Nagito? Above Nagito, obviously. Already. Good movement, okay. Alright, question 2. Besides the spear, what above Nagito? The ceiling greater. Question 3. What item can have both the spirit and the ceiling guarder? The spirit cord? Yeah. Cool. Cool.
It's all coming together. The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he died. That's the form his malice took, and I forgot all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. That bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I should understand what you're talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so easy about it? It's because we don't know who the traitor is.
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
I fear not that easy though.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something lead to Nagito death, and something that even he could have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with the Monokuma found in the officers.
I see! Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The fate of Nagito committed body was discovered inside a warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death was believed to be noon sight. Not only the spear stab in his stomach, there were multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there was a laceration on the left arm and a cut knife impaled to his right arm hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Jackie worried about is... What is it? What hidden in the Monokuma file? That was some hangman Gambit. Or that was easy.
I got it! In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only the spear stab in the stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there was a laceration on the left arm and his knife impaled to his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
Alright, be back, guys. I need to use the restroom. I'm back.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
All your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Alrighty, trash class has been into little break time now. What a little thing. Is that halfway too far?
No!
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was going to start, but you think about it rationally, no way it was going to happen. We haven't done this, but yeah. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Ain't that right, Monomi? Hey, how much longer are you playing this soak? Like, go longer like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you stand in silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monomi and I are the bestest for best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. You're not afraid to have to be hated that much. Besides, the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1 millimeter bit. How sad. Just trusting your friends is much more safe with being betrayed by that friend, you know? We're not even friends in the first place. Then your older brother, love and save us. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That even sadder than watching a high school rom-com for the guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. I told you took the man bait. Yes, receive. Let's try reopen.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
But
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
overlook.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't a spear. I don't even know if it actually exists. But if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. Like that.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
I agree with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison?
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered the body, the answer written on the warning label. I think carefully and try to remember them. Alright, another watch dive. Alright. Oh, I'm with that too. Alright. Alrighty, come on, man. Question 1. What state was the poison when it affected Nagito? Wait, when it affected Nagito, what does that mean? Affected Nagito? Well, it's a liquid, right? Or is it a gas? Might be gas, might be liquid, who knows? Oh, it was definitely gas. Alrighty, I might die here. Probably will die. I was not expecting 41. Alrighty. Question 2. How did the poison enter Nagito's body? Or maybe to his wounds. That make a lot of sense. Is that possible? Of course not. The blue one. What was the blue one was? The two nose. I got that makes sense. Why not? Yeah, the two nose. What a way for the game. Alrighty. Ooh. Yeah.
It's all coming together.
Oh, that made a lot of sense.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
The enchanted liquid is highly potent and they effect immediately. Please handle with care. Do it fluidity low. The liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't believe in the poison gas is to be able to handle it now. Issue 2.
I see! The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
And the gaseous stage. It is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and then it's susceptible to hydrolysis. So the parts for you the poison will death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Hydrolysis.
The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mystery have been solved yet. In the end, Nakitomoto's still unclear. Did he commit suicide so he could kill every last one of us? That way his motive? Is that way okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nakito motive, Nakito malice. Is it way okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Yeah, strange that we're back to the refrigerator too. Nakito way brought poison to the warehouse. The thing that would have been left behind is the cantina.
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep the liquid secure by storing it in a cool place, in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just too...
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That way I want to just rule this at Nakito suicide. Feel that no way he had to get hurt. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
what? It's friendship now. Near the little beef, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe you all kinda said shit. Now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way not to block the poison, which means the thing used at the container was. A main camera already. Fire grenade, not obvious. Cheap, please. My diamond, whatever.
will never give up! I got it! I see. I got it!
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
What? He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Sonia would contain a clue that contents of fire grenade was swapped with the poison of the physical gift.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. He also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades are bought, and the moment Nagito breathing the poison were the same, could I say moment be where you all do the grenades?
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? But you said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared a poison fire grenade was.
I see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
The person who set the warehouse fire was.
I see! That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire. Is someone threw the
I
poison.
see! Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap,
A trap?
preparing the poison, creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I'm so jealous. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Alright, that doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who to kill Nagito, so we clear with trying to copy yourself. Then I have to do it, even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
First I need to start. Alright. I'm laying door page already. Nagito here, you know, whatever. Move inside. Nagito refrigerator. Poison, which I don't have yet. Right, first no poison. Alrighty. What I place inside the quick room. Fire grenade, which I don't have yet. Will be on the Monokuma panel. What do you mean will be on the Nobody wasn't tied up. How did he split the spear?
here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan, Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
Are you saying we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there are no ways hoops can lose. I still hope that in Break Drainage Spirit can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
We're not going to believe in what he done.
I see! Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So it's definitely going to be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't like Dottie at all. It was a little skip game that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette. At the game, we roll one bullet at a gun, spin the cylinder, point towards you, and pull the trigger. So, we did that? So that's how you're supposed to play it. So, we'll find if I only use one bullet, huh? I guess it was Mono said. Huh? I misunderstand and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder. So that's how I did it. That. You only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving. I'm still alive after all. The one good thing about me is how lucky I am. And he did the same thing when he first came in after the old building at the hotel. He depended on your luck and were able to get clean to each other you wanted. But wait, I still trust my luck. I trust to be picking for cleaning duty. You still relied on your luck. And that's luck. It threw my talent in the trash, but I'm still the open lucky student, you know? I'm left with the red mark. Haha, for someone called an open lucky student. I mean, haha, for someone called an open lucky student. Don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime said I was lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky, that why I got picked with clean duty except for I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
No, I don't even have to ask. I already know what the answer is. The traitor.
I see! That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message...
It won't work with my student handbook. If you want to disarm the bomb, you have to use the student handbook. To be honest, I found out that the trader will have a secretly monitoring everyone activity, but I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then Nakiro said at the beginning, the purpose would weed out the traitor. If we should believe in what Nakiro said, would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason that search so damn long would have waited because we didn't
But if
believe
he
in him.
just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on the left to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounded way too unbelievable to actually happen.
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Huh? Oh my gosh, it's Chiaki.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right.
Oh, my heart is broken right now, man. My favorite character too.
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it. Why? This nonsense is why? Why did it make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... up till now... you've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, Please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all, 'cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Jackie relationship. If I didn't hear, is that the only way? Can attack that on.
Hajime, you stupid face.
Hold on, I need to get him.
Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grades. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grades. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I won't let you. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
This is the end! When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it.
Alright, bet back, guys. So I had to do the dishes and I had some food, so I guess I could be all hungry. But
That's
I head back.
your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, so sudden?
Give me that notebook.
Day one, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monaco showed up and things turned back. Hey, dude, Byaku deleted. A lot of things happened today, so everyone tired.
What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No, the truth is, I might have already known it from the moment I found the notebook. It's just, I wanted to my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The topic that we discussed in that entry would have found out.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Day 16. Been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone hung me on edge. Husband tried to go in the final dead one bed. Probably panicking, but no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room. But the only one who knew that...
If I win the life drafting game here, I'll be able to go to that other gun place, right? That's what the action should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out what the action is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is... Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Well, it's stupid to be fighting with something like this. And so, with an annoyed and flushed on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bomb while saying the word. Took her handbook out of her pocket, huh? And while hesitating, struck the card reader. Like Iran.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
Hold on, I need to put my phone on charger.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe,
But then nobody will be saved.
Alrighty. Make your argument. Sonia, I know that much.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, Didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
That's not it. That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that!
Alrighty, next.
Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Baru showdown. Nice, alright. Come on, Cal.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then, what did Nakido think the bomb you used? I wonder, if I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. Oh no. Oh man, hold on, let me put my charger back in. Alright. Tell you the truth, the bombs still were all fake. I know that already. You said it earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, I would force out that it couldn't was gonna happen. That way, I'm now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
Right over here, the trial. Hit up B, maybe. Yeah. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm seeing my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If you believe in the person who urging us forward, then we have to start walking and believe with much hope possible on what lies ahead. Alrighty, we have to pick.
Even so.
Alright. I'm on a good hook. I'm guilty. Let's try in. Alright, it's fine. Cool. No, wait for shutting in. Cool. No. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The retreater from the Future Foundation and Nakito committed killer is Chiaki no Nami.
Damn
Are you
it!
serious? Is that correct?
Yeah.
The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nakito crime depended entirely on your luck, everything was real.
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid, we're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
So, Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to the island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it. Even though I do not want to believe it, there is no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said sooner, but I couldn't say no matter what. Because I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray it.
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? And you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? And the same for me. Due to the nature of my assistant, I will now be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did, no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now not time to be laughing.
Well?
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I would want to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're not going to answer, right? Like, if we ask you why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff?
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you are a traitor, you would never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say you were trying to find a killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? If Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You raised a good point, that Elliot. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he now said he would kill the traitor, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations, you successfully stupid. Stop Nagito plan. I mean, Nagito plan would do reveal the traitor. And kill everyone else beside the traitor.
Huh?
Kill everyone else beside the traitor.
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Well, why would he do something like that? Well, the to form a plan that only the traitor would survive with that bastard word trap twisted. It's okay. Okay, what?
Well?
I mean, it's not your fault. But the circumstances have been different. You probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki.
Jackie, you are a kind-hearted person. Huh? You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe I'll die and I'll be butter. Don't you think?
Hey,
Hey, don't go talking about
come
your
on
family all of a sudden.
now.
That till you rip off tail.
I can't lose.
I cannot lose with Jackie. So Jackie and everyone else. Even if I know in a fight I cannot win.
Hiya!
Let's try to retaliate.
Huh?
Huh? Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She's self-destructed.
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, die.
No,
I'm not
not
dead. Oh, a new one fucking came out. Phew, man, that surprised me. Well, I didn't have a spear, I would have died.
I can't
Not
lose.
yet, I'm not done yet. Hey,
that-
wait.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Alrighty. Hey, not yet. Seriously, stop it. If we don't stop right now, we're all gonna be destroyed.
I won't
Of
forgive
course,
you.
I'm doing it so you all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my
I won't
students.
let you.
I will protect them with my life. But Monomi, you.
Hey.
Now then, how many of you still here? You might as well come out at once.
Ooh, how exciting!
How many? Not that many. Much. It's about 1060. Huh? What did you say?
What?
1 million. 110, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. 1052, 1056, and then 1060. That's 10 to the 60 power. After all this, you're still joking around. So quite the daily spirit.
Too bad!
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? While you're doing this, my clones are constantly and endlessly created in a monocular amount of manufacturing facility.
That's
But
wrong.
what? Those are just stuffed animals. Is that right? I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn
You're
it!
so bluffing. Monomi, finish them off.
Hey!
Even if it's other plushie, along you give it a Monokuma personality, it became a fully developed Monokuma. What do you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic, huh? Could it be? Have you already attained that much power?
Hey!
Hold on, if we're not magic, suddenly we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, won't understand this stuff at all.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me. They're not gonna call it magic or something. Oh, I don't care how you interpret it.
In the end, even if Monomi risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
And how many monomies are left to charm an army of 10 to 60? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. Besides 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose.
I won't give up. Even if I had no chance of winning,
It's okay, Monomi.
Huh?
Well,
And not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone. Leave the rest to them. But,
Right?
right?
Damn it.
Damn it, what the hell is going on? I do not know for certain, but the one thing I can say is...
Please listen.
Monokuma is the enemy of the Fusion Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization, not enemy beside the Fusion Foundation?
this is bad.
Well, the situation because we caught up in a dispute between these two organizations.
Damn it!
Oh yeah, that's it. Let's leave that talk for later. It's because the punishment is gonna start. Hold on, just a little more time. To wait or not to wait, that is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. You think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'll wait. But I haven't.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Hazume. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. Not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that I.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Jackie Nanami, the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service!
Oh, for Monomi too.
Huh?
Right, even Monomi. It's only 2 for 1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. Also, I don't need anybody that would defy me anymore. Oh, also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that?
Hmm.
It's okay. Even if I'm here, I should be a bully anyway. And I said that. I try to believe in everyone.
You guys,
Because
I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone.
That's the truest word I've heard in my life, my dude.
But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Oh, no.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Come on, proceed the high spirit. This is the very last punishment time. No. Game over. Chiaki has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. You two want me. Even into the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. While realizing him, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. I had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, Chiaki finished before my eyes, and I couldn't even tell her, thank you. But had I said that, would she have been comforted a little? I should have executed after traitor. Would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt. Good gracious, that was just Good gracious, that was such a big surprise. After Chiaki, she really took as the on the role of point man during the class trials. I did Nagito too, and was she the traitor? She would Nagito kill too.
Phew!
Oh well, don't worry about that. There won't be any more situations where you need to rely on them.
Huh?
Wait, does that mean now that you're the annoying rabbit has gone well, all the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on the island are completely gone?
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave this island?
I shall now
Yup.
present!
Congratulate with this. I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you five, you survive up to now. I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There's still 2 days left. If you were acting like you use yourself, you'll be setting things up to another killing happen right away. You're right. Stop it. What are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes their mind? Also, you said you five, like you were emphasizing that part. the number of people matter more than me many time. That's why you're saying that at the end already, even though there are still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matter that there are 5 people left.
You.
Are you planning to make a volleyball team? Only 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet. Say something. You know who that is. Alright. Cool. Alright. Continuing on. What's your actual purpose? You are enemy of the Future Foundation, so what are your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation the world in there, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation had created. Huh?
No,
You shall go
no.
forward to the rest after the countdown ends. The time can always be 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation lame plan. We never but toilet buddies, bubbles.
Hey,
And when the time comes, you know everything. You see all your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourself how messed up the new world is.
Hey!
A new world, don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
I should think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 at a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. You should enjoy your life on the tropical island on the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless life back home will be waiting for you. Alrighty. Monokuma boisterous laughter carry on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply annoyed. But after it kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my word to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up to now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen and burrowed deep into my sheets if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The day felt abnormally long. When it's been praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma announcement. Hold on, guys. I guess that isn't needed anymore. And everything we're going to end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If it's an island, everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know about our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope Peak Academy, Monokuma True Purpose. Can we innocent turn our back on all that? And after that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island, at a place where my boys didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. Like 8 hours, I think. I feel like I had a fun dream somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day, according to Monokuma. Suddenly, my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. I feel like I had been abandoned in the world, completely, utterly alone, with nobody left on the island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia, like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything, like everything in the world, nothing but lies. Argh. I was out. The card is desperate to escape that fear. I was out. The card is desperate to escape that fear. I was out. The card is desperate to escape that fear. I was out. The card is desperate to escape that fear. I was out. The card is desperate to escape that fear. God, yeah. Question mark? When I left the card, I only ran into her.
Hello there.
Oh, Hajime, good timing. Good timing. What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito field master that we found at the factory? Yeah? When we were dealing with the bomb buckets. What about it?
Well?
Apparently doing more to the message inside that laptop, huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. We were locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Or why would he do that? Maybe
Perhaps.
Nagito planned to leave this out of the will. Nagito will. Where is that will right now? We were just playing to me at the restaurant. Watch it together. We got it. The restaurant. What is happening? The restaurant. Hotel restaurant.
Yo!
Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito will left another message? Nearly for Miss Sonia, I think she's the one who found it. I was going for the walk with Gundam Hamster, and I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
My coincidence, you say? Wrong. That in the world casualty guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. I wonder who watched that
I wonder who's watching this message.
Hold on, guys. Alrighty, hold on. One more second. Is it a trader from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Look at end of the way. I hope it would. In a way, I hope it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill him when I shot the trader. Damn it, it was shot Monaco.
Hey, hey!
So he shot the trader at the killer and he even tried to make them survive the trial. But why would he do that? You know, when you shoot his talk, it appears there's still more. But if I won't put the trader watching the
How
video,
unfortunate.
then unfortunately I guess I lost. The outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, now, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a drop out like me.
Now then.
Like that, let's put it meaningless and structure aside and to get down to business. See, I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm gonna speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I still took action after talking about it for so long. The special prizes in the final deck will allow me to learn the certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disclosed that page. Wait a minute, outdoor surprise at me. The Future Foundation trainer must have known that truth all along. And so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I really wanted to become a protagonist myself. I was picking up for fall, but now that I know that truth, I look back on Monaco action, so I see what he played. planning by giving us information about the island history. First participant raise all your hopes, only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma trying to show that spirit to someone. Perhaps that someone is. Jeez, what a hopeless truth. You're Monokuma to identity. How could they come up with a plan like
Now
that?
then.
But they know reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. You want to escape Monokuma plan. There's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place. That message you found at Mizumi Castle.
Well,
No, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. Plus, in that message, get rid of those steps. You know, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. Or probably left by someone else someone other than Monokuma Monomi. But that had nothing to do with me. I had to write it until my plan came to an end. I guess now a nice time to announce it, right? So then I'll announce the password. 11037. Yo. We were at that the password within Mizumi Castle. You have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking for a while, but that's all for me. This, my duty finished. I believe my action will become the foundation of the world's hope, and if that way my absence praise me, tell her what I've accomplished. You have to bond Sasso me. Respect me?
please call me the ultimate hope.
This would Nakito final message. That 11037 number that Nakito said with the password. There's no mistake in it. That's the password into the ancient room.
Hey.
You better hurry. I think we'll go before the counter reaches 0. You right, let's go. Now the time. Do your last and yet hurry up to the ancient room and second item. So somehow, it'll create no vacuum.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? Well, what's going to be in there?
You are a
So
boy,
why
right?
would we freak out like that? You're a man, aren't you? Fool! Door's not a countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do
Get
it!
right, our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
Thanks for the
Maybe
food.
gonna let it out. Why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass!
Hey, now not time to fuck around.
Young master for Yuhiko.
It's gonna be alright. We don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together. What the hell?
Shut
Don't treat me
up.
like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond the point. That is your leader order.
What?
What was that? I told you that you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name
I'm
of
gonna
my...
kill you.
Hajime.
Hajime, the password please. Yeah, I know. 11037, right?
It's gonna be
I'm
fine.
heading to the door. The only thing beyond the planet is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Cool. Open. Alright, it went inside here. Beyond the door, the future waiting, a sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go?
Everyone?
What? Something wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's the weird word is? This world. Stage clear. Chapter 5, Smile, Hope in the Name of Despair. And Fire Student. 5. To be continued. Team present. You have a team present gamer pack. Alrighty. Well, alright, we're gonna end it here. Tomorrow we'll finish the game off, hopefully. So I'll see y'all beautiful bitches next time. Fight